So hurricanes are nothing new to Florida residents, and since Ron DeSantis became governor, true leadership has been a steady constant as well. His ability to plan, execute, and lead during times of disaster is unmatched. Whether it be a hurricane or COVID tyranny or just day-to-day tasks, he shows up, he does the job, he makes it about the people and not himself. How refreshing. And as much as the mainstream networks wish they could say otherwise, and as much as they likely hated to feature his leadership this week in the face of Hurricane Idalia, even they couldn't find a way to make the governor look bad. He gave them no room to do that, not an inch.
We're now up to 1.1 million gallons of fuel that is on standby to be able to mitigate any fuel interruptions. And sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. We'd rather be safe than sorry, so that fuel is there and that can be deployed as needed. There are reports of people trying to loot down in Steinhatchee. And I've told all of our personnel at the state level, you protect people's property, and we are not going to tolerate any looting in the aftermath of a natural disaster. I'd also just remind potential looters that you never know what you're walking into. People have a right to defend their property. We've also worked with the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association to make sure that all hotels will allow you to bring your pets. Don't leave your pets behind. You got to take them with you, and these hotels are going to be understanding of that.
And that's what leading from the front looks like. And in times of crisis, whether Trump supporters and leftists want to admit it or not, Ron DeSantis is second to none. And that's also why I'm really sick and tired of those on the left and the right unfairly coming after this man and his family. You don't have to like him or vote for him. If your guy is still Trump, or if your guy is Sleepy Creepy Joe, or even Greasy Gavin Newsom, that's fine, whatever. But to make DeSantis out to be some villain or some inept leader is not only BS, but it's a lie. He might not be charismatic or the life of the party, but when push comes to shove, he gets the job done. Make America Florida. It's the last day of August, and what better way to close out another month than with some true and committed losers. Let's just get right into it. First up is a duo of losers, the collaboration from hell, if you will. The video the folks at Bud Light are really hoping you don't see. Kathy Griffin and Dylan Mulvaney.
Kathy Griffin.
Yes.
What did we just do?
We just had a salon for you. You were the guest of honor.
Thank you. What is a salon?
A salon is a dinner or lunch event where everybody sits around. No phones allowed.
No phones.
No side conversations.
No side.
And we go around the table.
And we had to ask permission to go to the bathroom.
I don't care for that typically, but this one time I did let you go.
And we had a lot of came up.
Rosie O'Donnell was here. Meredith Lynch.
Margaret Cho. Sia.
And Rosie O'Donnell was there too, as if it couldn't get any better, am I right? You know, that video comes after Dylan Mulvaney took home the trophy for Breakout Creator from the TikTok series Days of Girlhood at the Streamy Awards earlier this week. Tanking an iconic American brand is certainly an accomplishment, so take it away, Dill.
And I look around this room and I just see so many amazing allies that have platforms. And I think allyship right now needs to look differently, and you need to support trans people publicly and proudly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go have a beer, and I love ya.
Every time Dylan Mulvaney speaks, Bud Light stock just goes down and down and down and down. But congrats on your award, Dill, and long live the patriarchy. But on to loser two this week, another sign of these strange times we are living in. A man in England has pleaded guilty to having sex with a cow. Yeah, nothing surprises me these days. 25-year-old Liam Brown pled guilty this week to sexual penetration with a living animal. And what's worse, this wasn't a one-time deal, folks. Apparently, farmers had been suspecting someone was doing this to their cows and installed security cameras. They caught him red-handed, and DNA samples from that poor cow confirmed it. This story makes me physically ill for many reasons, including that if this happened in the U.S., he likely could have just said he identified as a cow, and he would probably get an award for bravery or something, maybe a Streamy Award, who knows, but it's just gross. On to my final loser of the week, a repeat nominee, offender, and a liar, Karine Jean-Pierre. So even CNN host Jake Tapper had to laugh at KJP when she said this. Watch.
It is hard for us to keep up with this president who is constantly working every day to get things done and making sure that we are delivering for the American people. And I think that's what matters.
If anyone, and I mean anyone, has trouble keeping up with this, well, God help you. The only person who can't keep up with Joe is Dianne Feinstein, and that's literally it. Those are my losers of the week. God save the Queen.